Hey guys, this is Cody from Cody's Auto Body, joining you with America's Beer League on some frickin' spicy sausage, pickled sausage. So I got a whole lot of things here I'm not explaining so well. Those are peppercorns. I never even showed you the sea salt. That was pickling spice. And we got the jalapenos and sausage. Don't even get me started on the sausage. I don't want to tell you what I wanted to have versus what I got. Anyway, we got our gallon jar. We're going to take everything and put it into this awesome pot. Anyway, so we got about 8 cups of water. There's the sea salt I forgot to mention earlier. That's getting put in there. And what's next but the frickin' peppercorns? The peppercorns are going to be great for the spice. Everything is going to be great for spice. Here comes the pickling powder. Besides that, we've got some chili powder and some crushed red pepper. Anyway, we're going to start adding about 8 more cups of vinegar. Everybody has a different way of how they want to make their pickled sausage. Mine's not right. Yours isn't right. Everybody has their own way of doing it. So I'm just showing you my way. You can tell me I'm wrong. I don't care. This is how I do it. Anyway, we get all that in there. Then we're going to take those fresh jalapenos, the jalapenos we cut into about 1/4-inch slices as best we can. I'm not so great at slicing. Anyway, with that, you want to leave all the seeds in if you want the spice. So we're going to keep the spice going. I leave all the seeds I can in. I did lose some along the way on the cutting board. No big deal. But we're going to split them by half. You're going to leave half in one container, half in the other container. Why? Because some are going to go into the pot, some are going to stay fresh. Because you're going to end up with a pack of pickled peppers. Oh, horrible. Anyway, so we got those split up. There you see them. They look great. First half goes into the pot. Fantastic hand craftsmanship, if I do say so myself. Anyway, that's my portable stovetop. It's not beautiful. It hooks up to a propane tank, goes anywhere I want. Anyway, we're gonna get that on there. We want to start getting the heat up, and don't forget the top. Anyway, so we're gonna put the fresh peppers, about half of them, those jalapeno peppers, are going to go into the bottom. Spread them out, and I did drop one, but the table was clean. Anyway, we're going to make sure that's coming up to temperature. After we check that, it's on to the garlic. Garlic is going to be important because you're going to want to take these cloves, fresh clove garlic, and you're going to want to crush them. But you don't want to press them. It's going to be a hard thing. Anyway, the garlic, once we take that, I didn't have anything to put that through. So I took the garlic and I just took a couple measuring spoons, as you can see, and I just crushed them down as best as I could. It's all about getting the flavor out of those bad boys. It's going to be fantastic, I promise you. Otherwise, I'm going to have to add a, what do you guys call it now? A reaction video of me just choking on everything I made. Well, that might happen. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Getting back to the sausage, I was promised by one of my friends that his wife was going up to the Amish market to get fresh, long-length sausage. But you know what she brought me? A name brand sausage that was not... I don't even want to go into that. Anyway, so we're going to take those garlic cloves. They're going to go in as everything's starting to come up to temperature. And my God, it's looking good. I cannot tell you the smell. It was fantastic. So here we're going in for the first stir. Make sure everything's mixing up good. All those spices are getting in there. You see a little bit of steam coming up. You'll see later on I got to transfer it over to another burner just to get some more heat. So there's that pre-packaged sausage that I didn't want, but I don't care. I could have used about 4 more. not my choice. Anyway, so we're going to add that to the pot as everything's just about to get to the boil. Again, this is uncooked sausage. So when pickling, if you have cured sausage, you don't have to worry about all this. But when it's uncured, raw sausage, you gotta get it up to temperature. I can't tell you any more than that. That's just part of the process. Anyway, so we're gonna get all that added, and then we're gonna bring that whole thing up to a full boil. You want to be about 160 degrees, especially when using pork. Other sausage, yeah, there's leeway. Cured sausage, well, you can just pickle it straight out of the package. That's not where we're at. Anyway, that's getting up to the full boil. So we're going to let that happen. We're going to go ahead and start shutting things down. We're going to go for one last stir. Oh, that was crazy. She's a good dog. She's mud. I love her. Anyway, so we're going to get that and start placing the sausages onto... Yeah, I almost dropped one. Anyway, we're placing the sausages onto the raw jalapenos that we put into the bottom of the jar, if you remembered earlier. And we're just going to take everything out of the pot and put it in there. After this, you're going to see that we're going to put the jalapenos, the other raw jalapenos that we separated. We did half and half. Honestly, if I had my choice, I would have done probably a dozen, maybe 15, 16 jalapenos in total. But we were limited on quantity while we were filming. It wasn't my choice. It was just happenstance of that Saturday. Anyway, we're going to put all the sausage in there. After that, we put the rest of the raw ones on top. I remind you again, we had some of those cooking in the brine. Good stuff. Anyway, so here comes the rest of the jalapenos. We're going to put them on top of everything else. Oh my God, my English is great. Everything else going on in the jar. And then after this, we're going to add the brine. And we want as much brine as possible. There's two ways of doing this. I went with a direct pour. Another option is to strain everything out to save your seasonings. There's no right or wrong way with it. The other way, if you strain everything, is you're going to add the seasonings first. I leave all the seasonings in the bottom. Oh, there was a loose sausage. Anyway, but if you strain everything first, you can add all the extra parts that were going on as far as the seasonings that end up in the bottom of the pan. It's a little more efficient that way. I didn't have everything set up. It was spur of the moment. We were having a good time. So, as the jar cools, you notice I already spilled a little bit there. It's not my fault. Everybody drips on the side. Just ask my toilet. Anyway, you keep adding everything. As the liquid cools, it shrinks down a little bit. You're going to have spillage. That constantly happens. It's not a big deal. If you're afraid of making a mess, you're not ready for this world. But we want to get as much of the content of the pickling spice, the cayenne pepper, the black pepper, the jalapenos that we boiled in the brine. We want to keep adding those until the jar is full. You want as much airspace gone. In fact, if you take some time and tap the side of the jar, you'll clear out some more area. It doesn't matter as long as the air is coming out. And my God, my legs look good. No, they don't. Don't even comment on that. Anyway, so now we're going to, after everything has started to cool, we're going to take that fancy jar lid, top her off, and it's going to spill. It's going to happen. You're going to clean everything up after that. Wipe down the outside of the jar. Make sure everything's good to go. And that is going to go in your refrigerator for a week. That's where the true seasoning happens. Everything has boiled into it. Look at that gorgeous red color throughout there. And that started out as clear. We did a good thing. All right, guys. Like, comment, share. We got more videos coming. I appreciate you all so much for watching. We're going to wipe down the jar one more time because, well, it's my jar. I'll clean it as often as I want to. Anyways, America's Beer League brought to you by Cody's Auto Body. That's Cody's with a T for trust.